All right, we're live. So we're going to go from the beginning, right? This is going to be cool, man. So this is from the QPS, 15th of the 10th, 2020. Amy Grace War, state, I'm a 22-year-old female who resides at an address known to the police. I'm currently employed as a customer service operator at the Kebab Haven located in the Stocklands shopping centre. I know Ada and Farat Dilbaz. They're my employers and the owners of the Haven. I started working there around Christmas 2019, around the time David returned back from Vietnam after 15 years overseas. And I was employed on a part-time basis, and I usually worked around 5 shifts a week and always during lunch. Most of the time, I'm serving customers at the front of the shop, making and serving the food. So I see a lot of people passing by, as we are a takeaway shop and do not have dining customers. I have worked all about 7 years for various other businesses, so I'm very familiar with the layout, staff, and businesses in the center. Towards the end of 2019, I recall a specific incident where I was at the shopping center, Coles supermarket, and I could tell that somebody in my peripheral vision was staring at me, so I turned to look. I noticed a male person that I would describe as about 30s. So think about this. I'm in a fucking shopping center, and then somebody sees me and they're paranoid about me straight away. Okay? So is that my fucking problem? No. Do you know me, bitch? No. I was fucking, everybody in America and Vietnam and Cambodia fucking knows me. Some 22-year-old fucking harlot fucking doesn't know me. Fuck. Okay, here, continued. Age, Caucasian, very tall, skinny, pale skin, short brown light hair, and he wears comb back. He has a few tattoos on his arms and seems to always wear jeans, shirts, and sometimes leather vests. So these bitches and these fucking cops straight away from the beginning cast me as an outlaw biker when you fucking know that I'm not. I didn't even own a fucking leather vest at that time. He usually has a few rings on his fingers. When I turned to look at him and he approached me, he stood up close to my personal space and leaned right in, and he was really creepy, his eyes, and he stared at me and he said, "Hey, how are you? I'm Dave!" And, or something like that. That's what this bitch said. I said something polite. Is this following, you stupid fucking slurry slut fucking lying cunts? Is this following female fucking policy in Queensland, you fucking sluts? Right? Fuck. I said something polite, but wanted to brush him off as he was creepy, and I didn't want to talk to him. That is prejudice, right? That you're just saying straight away. You don't fucking know me, bitch. At that time, I was the most famous person in fucking Southeast Asia, and I just arrived back in Australia. I was fucking famous, bitch. Legitimately fucking famous. Where are you now, you fucking hooker? From then on, I would see him around a lot, and every time, because I was fucking conceived and born here, cunt. I was away for 15 years during the war on terror and came back because I had cancer and hand, foot, and mouth to run into some fucking bitch with fucking buck teeth and fucking tattoos who thinks she's fucking, the sun shines out of her fucking ass. Because she's the fucking Caucasian, Adolf Hitler's fucking blood, right? So from then on, I would see him around, and he'd always try to initiate conversation. If I walk past people, I say, "Good morning, how are you?" I'd walk past her and I say, "Hi. Hi. How are you? Hello. Hi. Good day. Good morning." I say fucking hello to everybody, cunt. Okay, so from about July to August onwards, when David was dying of fucking sepsis and cancer from the hand, foot, and mouth from the May Sang operation in 2018 that he had yet to resolve, okay? Every time he would see me, he would say, "Hi!" Oh, fuck, that's fucking terrifying. Okay, so then from July, August, I noticed that he seemed to target me and gravitate to wherever I was instead of just seeing him around. So this is the way that this fucking fat, dumb, cunt, cop Deegan wrote this fucking rubbish out. Okay, so here we go. So between 27th August 2020, I noticed that he had approached the counter where I worked and was standing there staring at me. He kept trying to have what appeared to be a private conversation at the time. I actually had a cold sore on my lip. And although I was a little embarrassed about it, it wasn't an issue, but Dave somehow got it into his head that I'd been punched. So this girl got into a fucking scrap and she got beaten up by someone else, right? So by a chick. And she keeps on saying it was something to do with a fucking cold sore or something like that. There's this girl that was nice to my mum and to me, and she was my sister-in-law's friend. My sister-in-law, who's a lesbian that ran away and abandoned the fucking kids that's in Taiwan, going, give me some fucking, give me some more. I need Chinese fanny. I don't care about my kid. Tiny fanny. Give me more tiny fanny. I want tiny fanny. It tastes like noodle. Right? And this is this bitch's friends, right? So at the time, I actually had a cold sore on my lip. Herpes, bitch. I was busy serving customers, and he kept saying, "Who punched you? Who fucking punched you, bitch? Fucking, where are they?" I said, you been hit? No, I haven't been hit. It's a cold sore. I'm a fighter. I can see someone beat you up. Are you all right? Do you need any help? Has somebody hurt you? No. I'm okay. You sure? You sure? Okay, cool. No worries. Right? It's not like, so this is the way that she explained it. So I'm like, motherfuckers, who hit this bitch? Fucking tell me. I need to know who punches Amy War, bitch. I need to fucking know right now. I was out the front. Healy, everybody. Right? The town crier. Okay? So I was busy serving customers and they kept saying, "Who punched you?" This fucking Dave guy. He always goes, Hi, this is Dave. Who punched you? And she's like, "No one punched me, Dave. It's a cold sore. I've got herpes. I have STDs. Okay. And I'm going to tell everybody you have STDs, although I've written it clear as fucking day that I've got fucking herpes on my lip. Okay. No worries. Okay. Finally, my boss, Fire Rat, he came up to me and made it clear that I was uncomfortable. So Dave left? No. Do you think that little dude he ever said anything to me or anything until he came up to me with his little fucking, I've been to the police and sorted out this shit and I think I'm going to be able to become famous and also to sue you and get a payout? That's what you did, you little fucking cunt. So then later, the same day when I left, he was sitting on the seat. And again, no, so this isn't true. So one time I saw her at the thing and that happened. I spoke to her about the thing. It was not as dramatic as she said it. Mine's like, are you all right? Did someone hit you? No, I can see someone's hit you. It's not a cold sore. Are you all right? Do you need help? Oh, no, I'm all right. I'm all right. Okay, are you sure? Not like, who hit this lady? I demand accountability for this bitch who's sleeping with half the fucking town right now. I need accountability for this woman that's screwing half of the CFMEU. Right? That's what I was concerned about because she's so fucking special, right? So then later, the same day, I left and he was outside and he was trying to engage me in conversation. Do you want to know what sent all of these dumb cops into dumb cunt mode? Where is that fucking book? The Richard Sorgay book. So I've got this book on the German spy, Richard Sorgay. And I was reading it, the book Perfect Spy about Richard Sorgay. And I was out the front of the shopping center. This is the thing. This is before the war, right? So because I was reading a book on Richard Sorgay, it meant that I was Putin's master agent to low IQ New Zealanders who fucking bootlicked their way into Australia to get a job in what they call the police, but now which we're realizing is an army of criminals who are on the side of Iran and Palestine and Russia, and that then who gives a fuck, right? They're fucking liars. Look at their low IQ written work. So later the same day, I didn't want to. Okay. Let's do this. Later the same day, when I left work, he was sitting on a seat. So I'm sitting down, right? And he again approached me trying to engage in conversation. I was sitting in a seat and then I approached her and engaged her in conversation. How can you be sitting in a seat and approach somebody and engage them in conversation unless you're in a wheelchair? Like, so I was like, Ron Kovic or whatever, out of like Born on the 4th of July. I was like, back out the front, it's like, hey, this bitch here, Lieutenant Dan's in his wheelchair. Hey, this bitch here, I'm coming after you. Oh, someone pushed me over in my wheelchair. I was like, oh, let me get back in my wheelchair. Oh, come back here, Amy Grace War. I'm coming after you in my wheelchair. Right? So the police didn't think about this when they wrote it out. Like, what we're accusing him of is it's not reasonable. It doesn't follow causation. Like, this is like, we're going to get a caveman to write out reason even before the Greeks invent thinking. And then this is going to be the Queensland Police's written work. Okay? So again, I kept replying when he was asking the exact same question. Did somebody hit you, bitch? Did you get punched? Who punched this bitch? Right? And then again, I kept replying, no, it's an STD. It's only a cold sore, but he wouldn't leave me alone. I didn't want to be rude, but I brushed him off and he kept walking to my car. He was close in my personal space and he just crept me out. A couple of days later, when I was walking to my car again, he did the exact same thing. So he was trying to engage me in conversation. This woman is saying, whilst sitting on a seat, and she's walking from a shopping center to a vehicle, right? Okay. That she passed me as hundreds of other individuals passed me out the front of the shopping center that my mum used to take me every day when I was a kid, you dumb cunts, when I was 1, 2, 3, 4 years of age, right? So I've been away for 15 years. Do you think that shopping center where I went when I was a kid would be a familiar place for me to want to be, you stupid pieces of fucking shit? So a couple days later, walking to my car once again, a guy in a wheelchair, a guy sitting down when I'm walking to my car. She's saying that I'm sitting down, reading a book. Okay? This was prosecuted and I've got a conviction from it. She was sitting down. I was sitting down reading a book, eating caramel chocolate, minding my own fucking business. And this prosy thinks that her walking to a fucking car, like that somehow I was in a wheelchair and I was approaching her while sitting down. You can't sit down and approach somebody whilst you're sitting down if they're walking. Do I need to explain? Obviously, I need to explain this. I need to fucking explain this to Australia, right? I need to explain it to these motherfuckers. So here we go. It's going to get good. So these are all my lawyers' comments here. Like, this is bullshit, right? I just brush him off, and he just wasn't getting it. So this guy in a wheelchair, he just kept on showing up, eating chocolates, reading a book, and chasing me around while sitting down, talking to me whilst I was hundreds of meters away. So are you saying I was like reading a book like? Do you know me to be the type of guy like, okay, oh yeah, just reading a book. Oh yeah, reading a book, yeah. Way over yonder in the minor key, ain't nobody who can sing like me. Hey, Amy, war fucking 500 meters away. How the fuck can we be conversing? How the fuck can I be engaging you in conversation if I'm sitting in a fucking chair and you're 400 meters away? Does this make any fucking sense? No. Right. So I'd feel embarrassed that he was constantly came up to me when I was working and he would try to engage. So this is just another, they're just trying to build narrative, right? But there's no example for it, right? So this blonde 22-year-old bitch, right? She made these accusations against me, and I didn't get convicted of this at all. No, I didn't. I got convicted of because I wasn't guilty of this because it's rubbish. I got convicted of telling Farhat, fuck you, fire and brimstone, motherfucker. President Trump needs to drop a bunker buster bomb on fucking Iran and on Palestine and on motherfuckers like you. I've already been convicted from it. You can fucking get me in trouble for it twice. Fuck you. I meant it. I fucking meant it. And when Iran dropped those bunker buster bombs, everybody was like, suck it. That motherfucker said it. So here, this is where it gets like their evidence is. So then on 15th September 2020, around 5:40, I was walking around Kmart when I noticed that he was there. Bitch, I fucking did my private investigator's fucking course at the Security Institute in fucking 2000. What were you doing, Prozo? You weren't even born. Right? So whenever I walk up, he would follow. He would stop and look at something when he was in the shops, because this is what people do. They look through the shops. So she was filming me with her phone, and that's what came out. She was following me around, and this is the interplay on the phone. So girls, right, at the Dewporth and in Nambour, okay? Look at this shit, right? He was standing near the checkout, not far from where I was standing, and he went through the checkouts before buying anything. It was about now that I messaged Ada from my phone. Oh, God, your stalker just came up to me and Kmart. So awkward. The weird guy. So that time that bitch said that, I was in Kmart and I purchased, where is it? This speaker. I bought a speaker when I was in Kmart, and this bitch was behind me filming me on the phone because I was her stalker in her brain, and then messaging this woman. And then, look, okay, so do you need me to come and save you? I replied, ha, 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 ha. I fully rejected him as I already have 10 boys. I don't need Dave MacMillan's dick. I've got a fucking chain of penis. I've got a fucking gangbang. I've got 10 dicks at any fucking time. Right? What's that? That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck. She must be using her fucking feet, her fucking toes, her fucking ear holes, right? Fuck, 10 dicks at one time. They're patient. She's a patient girl. All right. So, Amy, I'm Dave. He put his hand out for me to shake, but I didn't. So okay. I fully rejected him, right? This is what she said. So this is a lie. So she said she saw him and she spoke to me, and then she sent the message. And then she goes, while I was on the phone, I saw him coming towards me. So I locked my phone and he came up. So she said that she sent he went close and bent down right in my face and said, hey there, bitch. Hey, 10 girls. What did he say? He said, hey, how have you been? What's your name? That's what I said, right? This is what this bitch said, right? Do you need me to come save you? Someone better come. That's a Scar Dope song. She was behind me, turned towards me, and then I replied, Amy, I'm Dave. And then he put his hand out. I'm somebody who shakes girls' hands. Girls, am I a handshaker? Am I like, I want to shake your hand, baby. I want to shake on your hand right now. I'm not a handshaker. No, not with women. Not even with men. I don't like to shake men's hands. I wear gloves, so I don't have to. But now I was getting really over it. the texting between her, and then her imagining shit, right? She was over it, baby. I was working with my boss, Ada, and the Ottoman Empire, who wanted a great revenge against the Jewish Satan, the beady-eyed Satan. We're going to get to that. Then on Monday, the 12th of October, I was working in my boss, Ada. They were watching a podcast back at the shop to recognize Dave. That bitch from the kebab shop, that white bitch, she was following me around. I caught her following me like a spy in Kmart. I was like, hey, how you going? And she was following me around in the aisles and stuff, filming me all paranoid and shit, right? And I asked her, hey, what's your name? And she was like, Amy. And I said, hey, I'm Dave. Are you okay? Right? And she's staring at a fucking phone and shit and like following me around. And then I left the supermarket because I'm fucking famous overseas. I just got back home and I've got some blonde chick following me around with a fucking phone with more tattoos than Henry Rollins. Then he goes on to say, people following you around in the supermarket, that's harassment. And then calling out people. So this guy walks through the supermarket and for whatever reason thinks I'm in love with his girlfriend or some shit and in love with his staff member chick. She walked on me. She followed me around. And at one time, I just asked her to a face who punched her all up as it was smashed in and shit. And I said to her, who hit you? And was it the same guy that bashed you? And you could see what? One of the muzzos had punched her in the face. So that's the first time that word has ever passed my mouth. And I've said it because it's written here. But that is a Melbourne slang term. And it's not a Queensland thing. And my Islamic friends know that I wouldn't say that. But this is what they fucking wrote down. And if you listen to the podcast, I don't say that word in there. I don't say it. That is a fucking lie. That is a 10 million% lie. 10 million% lie. Okay. Somebody did say it on my podcast. Thomas, what's his name? That Yugoslavian guy. And then I never spoke to him again. Thomas Braselic. And Brantley knows that he said that. He said that word on my podcast, not me, during an interview. And I fucking stopped the interview. And then I never had him on my show again. So when I heard this, I was so angry and upset that he had twisted him following me around the supermarket. So this 39-year-old guy who'd been working for the DIA for 15 years had been following around a 22-year-old fucking prostitute who's been working for 7 years in fast food places. This is your case, okay? I felt disgusted that what he said about Ada and Farhat, it's fucking free speech. I don't like them. Fuck them. They're liars. They're fucking hypocrites. They're fucking bullshit artists. And they've gotten away with their Iranian fucking bullshit for too fucking long. Okay? So now we're going to go to another slide and PDF. We're going to find some more shit. Okay. Is that Ada? Okay, this is the same one. Okay? So this is it. Dilbaz Farhat. Director. I'm a director. This is the grimy one. The grimy one. This is the cunt guys at the Duporth that came in and started all the trouble with us and stuff and with me and then came up with that bullshit line, that fat fucking Kiwi cop who cosplays as John Wayne Gacy all the time. This is my full name. I reside at a place known to the police in the Caloundra area. I'm the owner of the fucking Vomit Haven, which is situated in Stocklands. I'm married to this woman who's fucking paranoid, schizophrenic, if you listen to what she has to say. She told me that she got a weird vibe by the way he handled himself and spoke. I just gotten here from overseas, so and I was speaking Vietnamese and Cambodian, so I'm gonna handle and carry myself differently because I've been living in Asia for 15 years and in America as anybody else when I've just come back. Okay. And it's not like the local supermarket is where my sister-in-law was and all this type of stuff, right? And my family, and I take my niece and my nephew over there to get food and stuff. Like I take them around now, even though their mum's not here. So she told me that got a weird vibe. A week or two later, she told me about an interaction that she had with him in the Coles supermarket. David had spoken to her in the supermarket, and she was worried that he had been watching her and following her, as he was empty-handed and didn't appear to be doing any shopping. So you see what I mean? Like, this guy doesn't appear to be doing what us fucking kebab shop owners decide that this motherfucker should do right now, right? He should be buying our fucking vomit. So, go to Calviz, right? When this happened, I had no glasses and cancer in my face. Since then, I've had these glasses, right, for years. And if anybody looks in them, they can't see, you'll get a headache. You'll be blind for a day if you look through these, because they're like Coke bottles. These are baby bifocals, right? Okay. They're baby bifocals. These are the real fucking deal. These are bifocals. Okay. I have bifocals because I'm fucking blind without them. I have a pinched nerve in my fucking eye and stuff, and glaucoma, onset of glaucoma. I have blast damage in my eye, behind my eye, from explosion. Okay. I didn't work in the Australian Army because I was interested in it. Then I got sick and all that stuff. But then when I went overseas during the war on terror, I got the offer to do work with the Americans. And then that for me, that was just as much of an in, because I'm essentially half North American, right? Because even though Dad's Scottish, we have that North American background. So a few weeks later, Dave walked past the front of the shop, and Ada pointed out to him, these guys are all involved with the radical cleric and the mosque and stuff. Told Ada to stay away from him. I was concerned about what she had told me over the following weeks, or when COVID really took a hold on the community. I'd see Dave walk past the front of our shop 2 times a day. It was about this time that I spoke to the head of security, Daryl Hill, a fucking paranoid, toothless little fucking dickhead that couldn't punch his way out of a wet paper bag. I pointed Dave out to him and told him about what was occurring. Daryl then came up and then told me that he had spoken to David and told me that guy is weird. Sometimes, see, you know what I mean? It's like, you're weird and we're casting you. This is discrimination, cunt. So, Mr. Vietnam, right? This is it. We're going to get to this soon. Mr. Vietnam. Okay. So they were being prejudiced towards me from the beginning. They were making assumptions about me without knowing who I was, and then they made up their fake bullshit. So listen to this. So she was cleaning the windows, and then he approached her very closely from behind. Bullshit. 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 I couldn't say bullshit before when I had cancer in my face and I had a faggot fucking lawyer and doctor. Like, we want to fucking sodomize you and take you to the fucking do evil shit with you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Murder you. Okay. Following week, I saw Dave approach a sushi store, which is directly in front of our store, and have a friendly conversation with Dora, his sister-in-law. After he left, I approached Dora and spoke to her about Dave. She informed me that he was her brother-in-law. She also asked me words to the effect of, why did he do something? I told her briefly that he'd been happening and paying attention to Ada. This guy is Muslim, very, very strict Muslim, very, very jealous of his wife. He tried to beat up a Chinese guy because he imagined that the Chinese guy was looking at him, and then brought the guy back, and he was punching the rice bags in front of the Chinese guy, saying, this is what I'm going to do to your fucking face. This is what Deegan James Grime encourages in the community. So Dave was seen with Menachem, the rabbi of the Sunshine Coast, his first public picture when he got back to Caloundra, which put him in the sights of Mr. Dilbaz, because this beady-eyed Jew-bag, we're going to get to the beady-eyed Jew-bag in a second, but it's okay for a beady-eyed Jew-bag, right? He didn't look our way, and I thought that Dora must have spoken to him and her husband whose Dave's brother had spoken to him. Mid-August, Dave started engaging in conversation with Amy. So this is, and walking to her vehicle after work. What she said was, I was sitting in the seat and then she walked to her vehicle and that I engaged her in conversation whilst I was sitting down. That's impossible. Okay. So is there any reasoning? Is there any like just reasoning, any decent reasoning in this? Okay. So Lieutenant Dan started following. Amy told me about Lieutenant Dan and his wheelchair. Okay. Then heard about other actions Dave has been taking towards other females who worked in the mall. Where is your evidence, guys? It's all like, it's all fucking accusations, right? So if you guys have accusations against me, level the exact accusations instead of covering people's identity and then coming up with these accusations, because the reason that you cover their identity is because you know they're full of shit, because it's the Queensland police getting their getting CIs to start trouble, right? So on one occasion I actually walked Amy to her vehicle and with Ada, and I observed Dave rested on a bench watching us as we left. What can I see up close or anything when I've got no glasses on? The answer is nothing. Okay? Nothing. So he approached her. I'm nearly blind, and I was nearly blind back then too. And my vision has just gotten worse. So it's this point that I came across Dave and I was going to tell him to stay away from my wife and stuff. My staff feared for their own safety and it became a massive concern. Next time I saw Dave, and this is because Dora was having a lesbian relationship and she didn't want me to fucking find out that she was planning to run away and steal my niece and nephew and run back to Taiwan and go back and lick some fucking Taiwanese fana. I said, I'm Frank. I'm not shaking your hand due to COVID. Dave was near the bins and he cut me off. He spoke, I don't do this. And this cunt did this to me. This is what he's done to me. He asked me again and said, what's my name? And he appeared to be calling me Ray. So this dude's like, comes up to me and he's yelling at me about his wife and goes, stay away from my wife, you fucking dickhead. I said, I don't even know you, bro. What's your name? My name's Frank. My name's Frank. I'm not going to shake your fucking hand because of COVID. I'm just telling you, cunt. You stay away from my fucking missus, cunt. And I said, Ray, let me tell you something, Ray. I don't give a fuck about your fucking missus or you. You're fucking tripping, dickhead. I don't give a fuck about you. Who do you think? Why do you think I give a fuck about you, Ray? I don't give a fuck about you, Ray. And he's going, why did he say Ray? Hello, Ray. Neville and Beulah. Hello, Ray. Oh, hello, Ray. That's what I'm saying to you, you stupid fuck. Is it my problem that you have zero cultural comprehension of Australian 90s culture? So there used to be this show when Eric Banner would play Ray Martin, and Ray Martin, he would be on the show, and then Neville and Beulah were this swinger couple, this creepy swinger couple who would fucking at question time interrupting like, hello, Ray, with these questions. They wanted to bang Ray Martin. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. It's Australian culture. And this guy's like, this guy was calling me Ray. Okay. So I was walking back. I spoke with Josh, who's a little fucking meth stain, right? And told him what was happening. And then I got back to the shop and told Ada and Amy about the interaction with Dave. And then I worked out how I was going to make up this bullshit. And at the end of the day, Dora approached me and asked me what was happening. And she said that she'd been told information from Dave's mother. Okay, so this is the same mother who was like, you didn't work for the DIA. Your father, who's got fucking Alzheimer's, who I don't even believe has cancer, said that. You're saying your dad has Alzheimer's and cancer and that you work for the DIA. You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking liar. And then dad arrived back. Oh, your dad's got COVID. Oh, he's got cancer. Oh, he's going to be dead. Oh, he's fucking dead. You're right. And this is all during this, mind you, Dad was lying about cancer at this time. On Friday, the 9th of October, 2020, Dora came to the shop and told me about some podcasts that Dave had been making threats and defaming both me and my wife and business. I searched Facebook and located Dave's page. I've watched them and screen recorded the podcast dated 23rd of September. I have provided the recordings to the police in Caloundra. In one of these recordings, Dave refers to us as a sleeper cell. He calls us Muslim terrorists, Taliban, ISIS, and he threatens to drop a bunker buster bomb the size of a nuke on the kebab haven Caloundra to kill the Taliban cockroaches who live inside. After watching this video, both Ada and I have been fearing for our safety. Ada can't stick to her daily activities out of fear. We have been having trouble. So if you listen to the video, that's not what I did, right? I was like, fire and brimstone. Please, President Trump. Please, President Trump. Please, baby. Please, please drop a bunker buster bomb on those Iranian sons of bitches. Please drop a bunker buster bomb on these ISIS Taliban sons of bitches, on these fucking cockroaches. And then Joe Biden's like, how dare you do that? I'm going to give them all of the fucking arms and the helicopters and the tanks and shit now, Dave. I'm going to completely bumble the Afghanistan fucking handover. And then all these fucking drunken fucking piss ants, right? These fucking drunken piss ants. So, you make up your mind. Do you have common sense? Or are you also a low IQ KKK member, right? Because the Turks, the Ottomans, fucking sent all of the Jews to extermination. They're the only neutral country which exterminated all of their Jews. They're like, we're neutral, but we do agree with the Jew killing thing. Right? So Zelensky can see what this is about, right? It's why Australia doesn't really support you as much as they should, because they're like, he's a J word. Anyway, that's what's going on, guys. So this is why I see, and then the Queensland Police have come up with a new document. So this is just this one for now. This is part one, okay? Okay. This is part one. What can I say? It's been pretty wild, right? It's been pretty. No, dude. I know you dig me, man. I know you do. It's fucking. Peace.